Onion. I can't fucking
Onion.
stand. No,
No,
she pronounced it
onion.
Indian.
Onion.
No, she says
Indian
Indian.
and then
Oh,
onion. She says Indian and then sometimes onion.
oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like
And
that.
then instead of saying hibachi, she says hababichi.
Oh,
Have a beef cheese. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Instead of
that feels
garlic.
like one of
She's
those
getting
things
it
that
all
like a
wrong.
little kid says that like everybody thinks is really funny, and then they just like didn't want to give it up as a grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that when
Yeah.
it comes to her.
And
We'll go with that.
and instead of
She has never been popular in her life. She did this, she mispronounced it once on TikTok and people were like, and she's never gonna let it go.
said no. And she says garlic as garlic.
Garlic.
It's like the food people who pronounce just the Italian word in Italian. Like, and then I'm gonna be making a spaghetti. No, you're not. You're making spaghetti.
Said no. You are. Look here. You are in
It's
New
just
Jersey.
like, you know,
Said, bitch, you're in New Jersey.
The
You're making
Parmigiano
spaghetti.
Reggiano. It's just Parmesan cheese. Let it go.
It's just like everybody has like there's certain words we say jokingly. Like when somebody goes, well, when people were shopping at Target, they were like, "Oh, I'm going to Target." She's taken all of those joking words and tried to cram as many of them into one video, and it's annoying. And I need people to realize that some people can get away with certain things, and some people just
Don't try it. Just don't try.
Like at
Okay, Taz, before we get started, I need to know A, if you watched last week's episode, and B, if you saw any of the clips that went live on TikTok this week, because one of them has some of the information of one of the stories we told last week in it. And if you haven't seen it, we have to tell it, but we can't tell it to the end of the episode this week because you'll get stuck. We'll get stuck.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. One of the times I wasn't on that I did not get a chance to watch it. I
needed you to not see it. I want to see your face.
So no,
I have not seen any clips because this week I did a double dose of fun news and I had to like go and collect all of those clips. So my online has been very, very guided and targeted. I have not been on the loose running amok online.
No. It's like I said, it's fine. I had a purpose because we ran into a Reddit story last week that immediately when it was over, I said, we need to tell this story next week when Taz is here because she is going to lose her mind. Literally.
Yes.
We either have to end the show with it or it would be its own episode because between the three of us,
own episode,
you wouldn't get a word in edgewise, and it would just be a rant episode.
Let's go because I didn't shut down my list. I got it. Now I'm fixated. So yeah.
We might not move off of this. This might have been a bad idea to start, but do you have it pulled up? Do we need to find it?
You find it.
I got it saved. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pour iced coffee real quick because I feel like I'm gonna need that. I was gonna try to, just
you got it.
Water through here, but did you watch it?
I was trying to find it. I forgot which one it was.
It's the am I the asshole? Something about my boy for breaking up with my boyfriend or something when he belittled me in front of his friends or some shit.
Oh, humiliating me in front of his.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
That's the one.
Oh shit! Yeah. Am I overreacting? I broke up with my boyfriend on the spot because he humiliated me in front of his buddies.
This is the one. Yep. Will you bring me a Diet Pepsi? I thought this was the Diet Pepsi. Oh yeah, the beer. No, he was trying to get outside the last time I saw him. He's here somewhere. Yeah, so we're having a original Porch of No Judgment reunion on the actual Porch of No Judgment.
All right. Iced coffee.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Mental
Oh,
dog.
it's going to be good.
All right. Okay.
All right.
All right, hold on. We gotta wait for Jess.
Did you listen last week? Do you know what's going on?
No, she does not.
You want the mic? Do you want the mic? You got the list or something?
Now, for those in the chat, you all might have heard this one last week. We had to tell this one again because we need a Taz here for this one.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. I'm nervous.
Jess is gonna shit too. Like I asked if the boyfriend in the situation was alive. Last week, my first comment was, "He's not dead. He's not dead." I thought he was dead.
Like I thought he was too.
Okay.
All right, Jess is here. Taz is here.
Where my
Annabelle, yes, this is the one. This is the one from last week that we held.
Yep, this is it. All right.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. No problem. All right, here we go. So again,
brace yourself.
This one from last week, and we had to wait till everybody got here for this one. So,
I feel like
am I overreacting? I broke up with my boyfriend on the spot because he humiliated me in front of his buddies.
It's worse than you think it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's worse than you think it is. All right.
So, I'm 25 female. So boyfriend, well now ex, is a 23 male. We were in the car and talking about some personal stuff. I didn't realize, and he hadn't warned me that at some point his buddy called him and he picked up and put us on speaker. Keep in mind, his buddy wasn't by himself either. It sounded like there were several other of my ex's friends in the room. Well, I was complaining that I'm horny as hell and that we hadn't had sex in 2 days and that I'm ovulating, etc. I was literally whining, "Babe, it's been like 2 days," and said some incredibly not safe for work things that I wouldn't say in front of anybody else. Suddenly, my boyfriend/ex said, "See, boys, I told you I won't make it tonight. Girlfriend is in heat." Suddenly, I heard a bunch of dudes erupt in laughter and hooting and hollering and whistles. I was so shocked, I wanted the ground to swallow me. I covered my mouth and told my ex to end the call, and he was just grinning stupid and ended it. I felt so incredibly humiliated that he did this, and it is genuinely the first time he pulled a stunt like this. However, he knows how private I am, so it's like he chose to do the most hurtful and embarrassing thing to me. Am I overreacting for breaking up with him on the spot? He's distraught and keeps apologizing, but in my heart, I can't get over how he belittled me. All of my friends think I overreacted and that I should be flattered, etc.
You're stupid. You're stupid. You know that he picked up the phone, whether you were on speaker or not. Whatever you said, the other people could hear.
Mm-hmm.
Not being on speaker does not mean that there's a barrier around it. Plus, that's a boyfriend, and you talking about you're ovulating and you're begging him for sex, girl. All you had to do was take a top off and hit him in the face with a titty. Why don't you? Like that's all you really had to do. You are like now. Given that he's younger, the boyfriend is younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you expected maturity. And no disrespect to any men watching, but in your 20s, y'all dumb as hell. Y'all dumb as hell. So of course he's like, yeah, fellas, I ain't gonna make it out tonight. She won't this. Like, are you new here? Are you broke up with him because you felt humiliated by people knowing what they already know? They know that y'all having a oochie coochie wally wally. What? Did you think that they thought that y'all was just holding hands? What are you, girl? Were you spawned out of a nunnery? Like what? And then he over there saying, I don't know what I did wrong. Take me back, baby. Leave that heifer. Leave the OP. She is. Oh my God, what is wrong? What the heck? What? What the heck?
That's
No.
true though. That I feel the same way. I think she
You
overreacted.
willing to have a baby with this man? Say you popped up
But
pregnant.
broke up
What
because you
did
were
you
on speakerphone.
did you think his friends what they know you suck his dick? You know that, right?
They know you do all that stuff. Yes.
They done already talked about it. First of all, I would take it personally as a badge of honor that he's comfortable enough to talk about it when I'm there.
Right.
Okay? Because listen. Okay, I done said some disgusting, nasty things to my friends. Like, girl, he did that. Okay? Now I'm just saying it in front of it. But are you 12? You good. I'm not so sick. Well, it's a good thing you weren't at work, you weird wench. What you mean? So what you go? I want to suck you from the back. Oh my God, they heard me, girl. They already know. Okay, he done sent screenshots. Men are worse gossips than women. Okay, if you want to know the nitty gritty of a situation, ask a man. And you said, "Don't you have?" Yeah, you said that your friend said that you were overreacting. Girl, you stupid. You go take that man back and kiss his Peter Whacker as a I'm sorry. Okay.
Kiss the Peter Whacker. Don't forget to kiss the Peter Whacker.
He humiliate. You're adults. You know people know that y'all swapping undercarriage juices. What the heck? What the am I the asshole? You the dumbass. That's what you are. Ain't nobody touching your asshole. What the fuck? What the?
In the words of Red Foreman, you're a dumbass.
Effing dumbass. What the hell? What you? Ooh.
Now the only thing I could say,
this is why we don't
say that probably she didn't know why he was on the phone is that probably at one point she left something and his buddy called just at that moment and she didn't know. That's the only thing I could think.
This is how I pictured in my mind because she's just freaking stupid. And this is why we should never have kick the front butt of vision because I would be using that. Don't give me a button where I could push and it would kick somebody in the front butt for doing stupid stuff. Okay. This is what she said she know that the phone rang. He answered.
No, she said that she didn't know he was on the phone. That she didn't know that his friend called.
Oh, okay. Well, you walk out the room.
Yeah, because she said at some point she figured that he called. She didn't know that
yeah. But even still, okay, say you walk out the room. You're not in the room, you come in the room. In a day and age where people really aren't using landlines all like that, maybe come in the room first. First of all, if you are that self-conscious and you don't want nobody to know that you get a licky boom boom down, make sure somebody ain't on the phone. Okay, me, I don't care. Okay, I don't care if y'all think that we over here going, like you a damn fool. You a damn fool.
You want to listen in on my call? Have at it. And you want to listen to shit I say? Okay. Have fun.
Not for nothing. My only thing is if he knew that she was private and wouldn't want to do that, and then he put her business out there like that to his friends, I'd have whooped the shit out of him. I don't know that I would have broken up with him, but I'd have beat the shit out of him and been like, you listen here.
When she walked in the room, because it doesn't seem like that she's making it seem like this was long and drawn out. Let's be real about how conversations go, especially ladies when we in the mood. Okay, because we know we don't really have to negotiate. If we come and go, babe, it's been 2 months. I want to insert sexual act that he likes here. Okay, let's go do that. That's a quick conversation. She could have came in the room and he didn't have time to tell her. Or she may not have been paying attention and he could have been like, whoa, wait, hold on. Because something's telling me she didn't give him time to react. She just came in the room and was like, but
if my significant other told his friends that he couldn't come out because I was in heat, I probably would beat the shit out of him.
I get that.
It's the she's in heat.
Words.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's
says
she's in heat. But and see, this is another thing where I'm saying I don't think she's telling us the full story, because for him to say that means they were on speaker for a while. They were trying to convince him to leave the house. So he's been going back and forth. She comes in the room. Hey, let's do it, Daddy. Let's turn this into a whorehouse. So then he's like, yeah, fellas, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not getting out the house tonight. I feel like that's how it went. I feel like she didn't pay attention. She didn't read the room. Now, somebody who don't hear that well, I can get caught up in some situations like that. I'm not going to get upset. I know the handicaps I live with. Okay. But yeah, because that's my thing. Usually I'm on the side of the ladies and I want to beat the shit out of the men's. Okay. I do. I really do. I do. And I thought this was going to be one of them. I pulled out my good pearls and everything. Now I got to sit the pearls down because this wench is dumb. Because it's his response that's really getting me. Like, see, fellas, this is what I'm talking. It sounds like this conversation was going on for a while and she was in the other room. So you walked in and you ain't paid no attention.
I think I see this one differently, because to me, it's like he was having a conversation with his homeboys earlier in the day going, nah, I'm not coming out tonight. My girlfriend, we haven't had sex in a couple of days. She wants it real bad. And then she's in the car or wherever they are talking about it. His phone rings. He answers it like, hold on a second. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Lets her continue to talk. And then it's like, told you, she's in heat. And I think maybe I'm really hung up on the whole she's in heat thing, because if somebody referred to me that way, like an animal in heat, I would beat the shit.
Yeah, but also, here's the thing. The only way I can say that was nefarious, but for to be nefarious, he would have had to have texted his friends to say, call right now and don't say anything. Because let's think about it. If we're calling somebody,
I'm going to tell you like this. More than likely what ended up happening was this. Probably earlier in the day, he did talk to his boys and they were like, oh man, come on, let's go hang out. Let's go to the bar. Let's go do this. Da 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 da. And he was like, yeah, that sounds like an idea, but I know my girl, we hadn't had sex in a couple days, and I know
insert disparaging thing he already said, because they think this is so funny.
Yeah, so
I mean, they're also like 22, 23. They think everything is fun. They still think farts. Wait a minute, I still think
absolutely agree.
Farts are always going to be funny. So I mean that's never going to stop.
Especially
that's why I was like, that's a bad example. Let me
no, because I mean, farts are always going to be funny. Farts have been funny since 20s up until now. All right, so what probably is that he called his boys or they called him and said, yo, let's go do this. He said, no, because my girl is, you know how these bitches are. They get in heat, and they want this D. And so she ain't had a couple days, so she gonna want this D tonight. I'll tell you, I'm not gonna be able to make it. And the second they started talking and whatnot, and then
they said, you a liar. She ain't like that.
He was probably like this. He was probably on his phone, just kind of doing like how they do, just doom scrolling and whatnot. And then he gets a call. However, but because he's already on there, he's doom scrolling, the ringer doesn't go off. So he answers it, puts it on speaker, thinking that it's funny, because what's funnier than, proving to them like she wants this dick.
Yeah, but here's
wants
the
this
thing
dick. That's all she cares about is this dick.
Megan said it best. If she was in the car, he would have heard it. But here's the thing: when you're calling somebody, when you're the person calling, you're gonna say, "Hello, you there?" So unless he texted and was like, "Hey, y'all, be quiet," one or two things happened. Either just as he answered, she started going in about the sex stuff, or he was already on the phone. There was a lull. He said something, then he was probably saying something. She came in and said it. Either way, he can't really stop that. And the whole, because Annabelle, I saw you talking about, well, he referred to her as a dog. Let's pump the brakes, because let's be real. There are people that will say they're in heat. They're like, that's how they talk. That's how they talk to one another. And sometimes people just don't want their inside coded language to get out. Like, I know, like there are certain things I can say to Jess. Jess will understand. Other people will probably be like, "That was stupid. Like, why are they laughing? That's kind of stupid." So yeah, like I'm pretty sure, like our text messages, people would probably get very misconstrued.
Confused as all hell. Yep.
So that might be it, but still, the thing about it is with this girl, I get that she's private and everything, but if you're going to be a private person, and as somebody who is very guarded about certain things in their life, you got to read the room. And my thing is, I feel like she's leaving something out, especially since her friends are like, "Girly pop, you're overreacting." Now, I don't know how he is
more buttoned up with her like sex life stuff. You know what I mean? And she's just literally embarrassed.
And I don't know. And it almost leads me to wonder, is he the first guy she's been intimate with? So she hasn't really gotten comfortable with the sexy talk. And maybe that was like the first time she vocalized sexy talk. And that's why she feels the way that she feels. Because I think we've all been through that curve where you're like,
well, see, here's the thing.
Usually you're like, you know what? I'm gonna just go over there.
Well, see, if she's a private person, if she's a private person, then sexy talk like that is gonna automatically just kind of feel
like it's like out of her wheelhouse anyway.
Yeah, it's already out of her comfort zone already. So the simple fact is that now, one, she's already out of her comfort zone, even though she's with her boyfriend. You know, she's thinking that it's just a intimate thing between them two.
Yeah, but this is
kind of now she's realizing is that, oh shit, But
this is reminding me of the fart story, where I was like, yeah, this heifer's line about how old everybody is. But she's like, I felt so he farted on me and everybody. Yeah, you're missing some. We're missing some shit. Like, what are the real ages here? What was really said? Did you walk into the room and say this shit? Because Wayne, you're not looking too good. Like, I can understand, like, I can see both sides, but my hang up is, how did you not know he was on the phone and he was on speaker? Because there have been times I haven't known that he's on the phone, and I'm cutting through rooms. And there was one time, actually, he was on the phone with Thomas, and I was just cleaning up, walking around, and he asked me a question, and I answered it. I damn near jumped out of my skin because I heard a voice that seemed to come out of nowhere.
Thomas has a deep voice too.
Because once again, hard of hearing, didn't have all the things in because I'm just around the house cleaning up. I'm like, what do I need to hear? The dust going into the dustpan? I don't know. So I'm like, yeah, but there also have been times where he's been on the phone and I'm like cutting through, and then I'm like, oh, okay, you hear, like I said, that extra voice coming through. And I've kind of gotten to the point where if he is on his phone, or even with me, if I'm on my phone, we both kind of take a moment like, okay, not on the phone. But because we know I'm hyper as shit, there are times where, yeah, I'll walk in and say some stuff, and hey, it is Taz roulette. If I say some shit and y'all on the phone with him and you hear it, you heard it. There's nothing I can do about it.
I'm also not the friend that you can call, and like from the minute I answer I'm not the speakerphone friend.
Yeah, neither am I.
I have a friend, and she likes to call me in the car with her children in the car, and I'll answer the phone and be like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, children. I'll be like, hey, little bitches, the fuck are you all doing?
Yeah, I was about to say, that's Jen. Like, hey, little bitches, they're children. You can't call them. Hey, children, bitches.
That is accurate too. And that is accurate too.
Like, I get it. Like, I want to feel bad for old girl, but I feel like, why ain't you lying about something? There's something you ain't telling us.
We're not getting the full story here.
So, and here's the thing.
Especially if the boyfriend is feeling bad. If the boyfriend is feeling bad, I don't think that he said something wrong.
That is my other caveat in this one, is it does seem like he was really apologetic. So he either didn't realize that it would offend her, like truly just didn't think it was a big deal, and which leads me to think that Taz is like, maybe she's just uncomfortable, maybe new with some of like the openness of like the sex talk, you know? Because he doesn't seem apologetic, and if everybody's like, dude, he's saying sorry, like
he probably knew.
Sometimes you forget to tell people
that she was private, but he didn't know the extent of
Right.
truly how
Or-
private that she
or
was.
the Wayne, or hold on, let's not forget the friends. Or the Wayne ain't private, or she's just saying that because she overreacted. And
Right. Or
there's
she was
caveat.
embarrassed by her behavior. So now it's like, well, I'm
But-
just a private person.
Yeah, and there's
could be
two
that too,
things.
yeah.
Two things that are really getting me right now. One, because I've done this. Sometimes you forget to tell people like, "Hey, I'm comfortable doing with you. Like I'm comfortable with this language with you. Please
Here's
don't do
like
it
a
elsewhere."
really
'Cause
good example
Yeah.
of that is
I-
that episode
yeah.
of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon's telling everybody about his and Amy's sex life. And so then they go back to the apartment and he draws, it's like the circles of like who you're allowed to tell what to. Because like that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been in that situation
Because-
where I've gotten comfortable with people, and then actually it happened on a live, and then and I froze because I'm like, yeah, I'm comfortable with the subject matter and everything when it's just us, like not on screen. And then there's the other there's the other part. There's the other part that she might be a whore. She may not have wanted to say that because she may be monkey barring the ex. She might be
There's
using
that
him to
too.
get to somebody else in the friend group. Like I just thought about that. Like there are sometimes people don't want to, like, because she might be telling somebody in the friend group like, I don't really like him like that. Like he don't really do it for me. And now they done found out, girl, you like
that?
his dirty
Ooh.
drawers.
Said, "Ooh, bitch, you nasty."
I
On
do
that
have
freaky
a story queued for when we are ready to move on from.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, because I was ready to whip the boyfriend's ass, but then she was like, he's so apologetic. Oh, wait a minute. Because for a man,
So
I'm
it's
sorry,
like
for a
this,
man to be
because
super
here's the thing,
apologetic,
if
he didn't
he
think
was
that
apologetic like that, then either A, she didn't really communicate that, how her, the boundaries of her privacy are, or she's not really all that private, and or B is like
and for the friends to side with
that.
a dude,
That's true
Yeah,
too.
that
and B
that
is like the simple fact is that she was cool just talking like that, and and she knew and acknowledged the
Professor,
fact that he was on the phone, and he
Yeah.
got at some point at the
Professor
time he
Moriarty.
got on the phone.
Hi,
So
Professor.
she knew that.
You've been to the playground, and they have a little monkey bar that you swing. You put one hand in front of the other. You swing to the next person. That's what I mean by monkey bar. You swing
Yeah.
over to the next person. You don't take any time in between. You're not walking around the playground. You swinging right through the middle. And if you think about how as an adult, how you have to swing it, them legs when you swing, they open. She's a whore. Oh, I don't know if she's really a whore. In my mind, she's a whore.
She runs up.
She runs a whorehouse.
Not,
I noticed something.
not the
Everything-
whorehouse.
everything-
Yeah, they're early.
everything on the
They're
playground
early 20s,
that-
Megan. That's why I'm like,
Everything on the playground is now an American Ninja competition.
It is.
yeah. Actually,
It is.
first of all, no. When we were growing up, it was an
You said
American Ninja
no.
competition.
That's
Now,
So now,
now it's get ready with me as I have kitty Pilates. Wenches. Is everybody a wench today? Yes, not y'all, because y'all
Apparently
beautiful and I
so.
love y'all. But everybody else, wench.
Wench.
all right.
Taz,
Moving
Okay.
on. Moving on. Jen,
Am I the asshole for sending my daughter to her mom's house?
What
Probably.
sometimes the kids got to go.
Yes, I'm gonna call her that. What the little wench do?
Said boot that bitch out.
I have full custody of my daughter, Eva, 14. Her mom is emotionally abusive, which is how I got full custody. I adore her. She's the most important person in my life, and I would do anything for her, but she knows it. When she was 9, she started using the threat of going to live with her mom to get her way. She knows I'd die if I ever lost her, which is how she knows this threat works. I've tried everything to make her stop. We've talked to her, punished her, had other people try to reason with her, anything you can think of, and she won't. But 3 days ago, she did it again. She had a fight with my girlfriend, and she was in the right, and my girlfriend was being a bitch. But Eva said, either you break up with her or I'm going to live with my mom. So I said, fine, do it. She was surprised and stood still. I said, you don't get to change your mind again. Pack your things. I'll take you to your mom's if that's what you want. She went to her room and packed, and I drove her to her mom's and left her there. I did then go home and break up with my girlfriend. Eva called a day later, said she was sorry and wanted to come home and won't use the thread again. I said I understood, but this is what she wanted and she has to stay at least a week. She called me an asshole and hung up. This was hard. I feel like an asshole, but at the same time, I feel like she needs to learn a lesson. What do you think? Am I the asshole?
First of all, she would never be coming back to my house after she called me a damn asshole. But your first mistake was naming that little evil wench Eva. Okay, you can't name somebody something and then get mad when they live up to the name. But no, you're not calling me an asshole. First of all, if your girlfriend was out, first of all, the girlfriend, you're saying that the girlfriend was wrong. Here is my thing. Why is the child and the girlfriend going back and forth arguing?
And I don't know. The comment section is very split. Half of the comment section seems to think that everyone's the asshole. Part of the comment section thinks he's the asshole because the mother's abusive and he sent her anyway. Lots of people are saying he's the asshole.
No, sometimes no, because first of all, the child knows that her mother is abusive. She wanted, first of all, you're threatening to punish your
9-year-old child. We're not talking about a 9-year-old.
But yeah, because here's the thing, you're threatening to punish yourself because I'm not going to give you your way. If he kept doing that, I want y'all to think about it. Y'all get irritated with these Karens and Richards out in the wild. She was going to be the Karen final boss.
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yes. And I can't stand that.
Professor, daughter is a game player.
I am a single mom of a child with a trash bag for a parent, right? Not once ever in my child, and she will turn 16 in not that long. But not once ever. And mind you, she's been mine her whole life. I've been a single mom of her my whole life. I'm her, I'm the one she's got. Never has she said to me, fine, I'll just go stay with my dad. Fine, I'll just go live with my dad. And never have I said to her, do you want to go live at your dad? You're going to go stay. No.
Right.
No, my oldest daughter tried to pull something like that with me. She was like, oh, you're so horrible. I'll go live with such and such. Bet.
Go.
She threatened me with my older cousin. So I called my older cousin. It was a day after her birthday. Like after I had cashed this chick out for her birthday, I went calmly, took all the stuff that I got her for her birthday, put it in a box, taped it up, called my cousin, come down the hill, come get her. After a few days, she calmed down. Can I have that? Nope. Well, can I? Nope. This is what you wanted. But this is a punishment. Exactly. And you needed to learn. You threatened me.
It's not a punishment. It's exactly what you asked for.
But no, I told her, I said, you
this
threatened
is what
me
you wanted.
with your punishment. I said, I need you to realize that once you're an adult, once you're no longer a minor, you do that, the world is not going to be forgiving. I will always love
the world is not going to say, oh yeah, sure, come on back. We're sorry. Go ahead.
Walk out on your job.
Yeah,
they're not going to be like, call you up the next day and say, hey, you okay? They're not going to do
on
that.
me because that child is now my stalker. Did y'all know that they can turn on notifications for like the moment you leave the house?
Yeah.
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 Would you like to know
so
how
this
I
one time, this one time, I'm driving my happy ass home from Sumter after seeing that one. A bunch of us had gone to a bar, driving my happy ass home. It gets to be a little late. I think to myself, you know what sounds really good right now? A giant Diet Coke from the Wendy's that's about 45 minutes from my house, right? Pull into the Wendy's drive-through. My phone pings. Text message from the daughter. Can you bring me a Frosty?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I always knew that she would randomly
12:30. I'm driving that can you bring me a Frosty?
Yeah. Now I know that she would.
Here's the thing. I did. At work. I brought the Frosty.
She checked my location, but then like if I deviate from my regular schedule, I know that it pings her because let's face it, it's me. Okay, so I get that. All right.
Uh-huh.
But she sent me a screenshot of her turning on. She's like, it has to be done. It must be done. What do you mean? It must be done. She's like, yeah, you're doing too much. Would you like to see the map of all the places you've gone in the past couple of weeks? You know what? Never mind. Never.
So, what the
I had to turn my location off because I was shopping for her birthday last year, and she texted me, and like I was far away, and she's like, "What are you doing at the Free People?" Minding my own business is what I'm doing. What are you doing?
You little stink.
No, I tried to turn it off, and then I realized she can get back into my iCloud and my Apple account. Because I did not realize it for a very long time. I had the same password that I didn't know that my children knew. They do because my children, little stinkers, they turned all of their passwords into my password on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that lovely?
Makes it easy for them. Okay.
And I found out when the youngest daughter decided she was going to use my MacBook, and she's like, "Oh, we're breaking up." I was like, "What the hell do you mean? We're not in a relationship, woman." She's like, "Oh, so you just decided not to be my mother anymore?" Okay, first of all, that sounds better because we were in public, and I'm like, don't do that." And I was like, "What are you doing?" "I can't get into your computer." "Oh, I had to change my password." "You haven't changed your password my whole life, and your password is my password." And I first of all, how did you find out my password?
And why are you making them yours?
Right, like all of them.
Is why.
Right, so that they don't forget my password.
Thing. I said, "Oh, that'd be the most confusing thing." He said, "I thought you loved me." "What are you talking about? I do." Then why you change your password? How you know I changed?
I tried to log into our Netflix account. You mean my Netflix account?
Right. Like I forget what I was for the Freedom 250 thing when I was logging in on the computer, because usually I just log in to certain things on my iPad, right? Why are there two profiles on here? Damn, that was my daughter. Why are you on my account? "You can't take me off, Mom." "Yes, I can." "No, you can't." "Yes, I can." "No, you can't. I'll just put it back on there." I wrote down everything. I take screenshots because I figured eventually you would see me on there. Motherfucker. I'm going to change
her name on one of the TV accounts to read The Favorite.
The Favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it says Mom and Dad, Kids, The Favorite.
The Favorite.
Yeah, my kids take turns as to saying who's the favorite. And then here's the thing. They went from, they would tell each other, "Mom said I'm the favorite." I tell them all the time, I don't have a favorite. They all stress me out equally. To now, they're like, "Well, I know such and such is the favorite." They're trying to reverse psychology me. Okay. And I'm like, no, still stands. Y'all all stress me out.
So you all stress me out.
I'm like, and then now my oldest daughter's like, "Well, I got to be the favorite." "Why?" "Because my oldest son moved to Florida." All right. And she's like, "Because he moved the furthest away." I have more than y'all do know it's 4 of y'all, right?
Oh.
And I was like, and one lives in the same city with me. And she goes, "But y'all don't never like each other because we're the only two Tauruses in this."
Megan, I changed my name in my dad's phone to The Air.
Oh, I got one for you. I changed my name, not just in my dad's, and it took them like 3 years to figure this out. In my dad's phone, my stepmother's phone, and all of my brother's phones. And it was very difficult to get into their phones to change all theirs, but I did. To the singular beneficiary.
Okay. I'm saved in Antoine's phone as the HBIC.
Now everybody has like cutesy names.
Listen, if that was in my phone and I'm looking at it and I see you call and said the beneficiary.
The Air, the beneficiary.
It's not
and
even
the HBIC are calling.
Singular specifically. First name is the singular. Last name is beneficiary.
The singular beneficiary. The fuck?
And then, but hold on, it gets better. as the contact picture was a screenshot of my dad's life insurance policy with me as
the singular
The
beneficiary.
singular beneficiary.
But it took them so long to figure it out. Now my dad quicker because my dad and I speak on a regular basis. Okay, my stepmother not so much. Not because there's anything wrong.
You just don't.
We see each other.
Just
And
don't
we
speak to
then.
each other that often.
Like
You just
we
don't.
speak when we're face to face. Okay, my brothers. That lets you know how often I call them. I let them know I'm alive. And it happened during one of those group family chats where I hadn't said anything. I was waiting for everybody else to respond to something. Then I was like, hello.
And then you all see the singular beneficiary.
Yep. And then it popped up in the group chat. And I put my phone on do not disturb and went to sleep. I woke up.
Hold up. What you talking about? The singular beneficiary? What you mean? Hold up. Why did you say the... Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Moving on. I got next one up. Here we go. Am I the asshole for being embarrassed of my girlfriend's cosplay?
Yeah, probably.
So,
I mean, if she's,
we're going to see.
It depends on what her cosplay is. Is it something dorky? Then yeah.
Or childish? Oh, I take it back. All right, hang on.
We'll see. We about to go on this ride together. My 25 male girlfriend, 24 female, had a double mastectomy 5 years ago. She had breast cancer and thankfully made a full recovery. Unlike a lot of women, she didn't have reconstructive surgery. This was before I met her. I'm a big anime nerd, and last weekend I invited her to a small anime con with me. She's seen a few episodes of my favorite shows, but she's not into anime. She does like cosplay though, and she works seasonally as a special effects artist at a haunted house near us. So when I asked her to go to the con with me, she asked if she could cosplay, and I said sure. She got very excited and said I was going to love her costume. So I'll admit I thought she was going to do something sexy for me. Well, not exactly.
Oh.
The day of the convention comes and she showed up at my house cosplaying Dabi from My Hero Academia. Specifically, a look he has later in the manga. It's a long white coat over white pants, no shirt. Her entire chest was exposed as she obviously spent hours applying burn makeup. She has short hair that she dyes constantly. This time she bleached it white and dyed it a few red streaks. I wasn't expecting her to show up without a shirt. Her burn scar makeup only covered half of her chest, so you could clearly see her mastectomy scar.
Made it cool.
It wasn't a very attractive costume, especially since she had gone all out with the scars and made them look raised and kind of realistic. We went to the con, and while a lot of people came up to her to take photos with her, I noticed several others looking at her chest. That evening, she said I'd been quiet all day, and I honestly told her I was a little embarrassed that she was flaunting her mastectomy scar like that. She got mad and said she was making the best of her situation and said I was being insensitive. And she's been distant ever since. I'm starting to feel guilty. Am I the asshole? Yes, you are.
Yep.
Yes.
You're talking about
Yes, you are.
She asked if she could cosplay, and he immediately thought that she was going to do something sexy for him. They're going out, okay, out and about around other people. So if she would have did something sexy, you would have had a problem with it. But the fact that she chose one of the coolest characters, how she currently looks, she's confident. People were, and I can't stand when people were like, well, I could tell that people were staring. No, you were self-conscious.
No, you were staring.
You got an inverted PP, you bitch. That's a boy wench right there. That is
that was showing that she had confidence and like self-image love. Like
again, this goes and y'all weren't here last week. We had one where a guy was like, I don't know, insecure and embarrassed that his girlfriend was cooler than he was. Basically, she spoke fluent Japanese and he's from a Japanese family, but none of his in-laws did. So he told her that she wasn't allowed to speak Japanese to his family. It was weird. but like same insecurity as that guy. Like your girlfriend's cool as fuck and confident as fuck, and she showed up doing something cool and within the wheelhouse of what you wanted her to do. It just wasn't your like, ooh, sexy girl expectation, so you're insecure about it. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, you're the asshole.
No, because I love how he wanted to point out that this wasn't really her wheelhouse, according to what
exactly. It's not her thing, it's his thing.
Yeah, but for her to know
was
that
not her
character,
thing, but cosplaying was her thing. And then not only did
she like do it for him, but she knocked it out of the park.
Not only did she just kill it, she used her, her surgery scars as a part of her cosplay.
And he seems to have an issue with the fact that she didn't go have a boob job after getting a mastectomy. But he's still staying with her. But here's the thing: she's into cosplay, but she's not into anime housewife, because you're not just going to pick that character out of nowhere. That's not something you're just going to Google. Like, I got scars. How am I going to?
Well, see, here, she may like just the one anime. She made like just like My Hero Academia, and that's it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, for him to say that he was expecting, like, oh, I get to impress her. I think he was going to use that opportunity to
Sailor
use
Moon
her.
Was showing up.
Yeah, but I think he was trying to use her.
That's probably exactly what he was thinking.
To at the con get the attention of other women. But I think we gotta admit there's way too many Nick Lachey's walking around in the world. If y'all don't get what I'm saying, go back.
Yes.
And watch when the show he had with his first wife. That man hated her because he was jealous of her.
Yeah.
And sometimes people can't take, their spouses being cruel.
That's right.
If they
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
people still wear her shoes. Nobody knows who he is. He's a Netflix reality show TV host at this point.
He's on Netflix. He's on.
Yeah,
Netflix?
he and his new wife have some. What is that show? Love Is Blind.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I didn't know. I didn't know he was doing anything.
This is news to me too.
Honestly, the last I knew of Nick Lachey was he was married to Jessica Simpson. They had that show, then they got divorced. I know he got married because somebody had said something about him getting married again, but I didn't know he was still employed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what is her name?
I didn't know that he was.
Neither did I. Don't feel bad.
I have no idea.
Wasn't she on? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong lady. I thought it was the lady from Entertainment Tonight. If that ain't who he married, then my bad. I told you.
No, he's married to Vanessa. What's her face? She used to be.
Oh yeah, she was on Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I knew he was in a boy band. I did not know his name until he married Jessica Simpson. And even then, I had a hard time remembering. You want to know what caused me to remember his name? The divorce. Because I was like, when is she gonna leave him?
No, my favorite Jessica Simpson moment is and always will be. It's Chicken of the Sea. Is this tuna or is it fish?
Fish.
She's brought it back.
But
there's online commercials for Chicken of the Sea with her, and it's chef's kiss. I love it.
I do too.
I haven't seen it.
I thought that was hilarious.
Nana J, hi.
Yeah, Megan. He did have a restaurant.
Hey, Nana J.
Hey, Nana J. He did have a restaurant in Cincinnati. I don't even think it lasted 3 years because it took people like a year and 3/4 to even realize it was there.
Was he the one who did the Dancing with the Stars, or was that the brother?
Oh, he was on Dancing with.
I think
I don't know.
I don't pay attention to him.
If we're ready, if nobody else has one.
I got one, but you can go first. Okay. But here's the thing: right. The Lachey brothers, evidently, I did not know this. We had the same. We were in the same choir for a period of time, an extracurricular choir. This gonna make me sound real biased. And maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a crotchety old woman. I don't know. But at the time, anybody who's lived in the greater Cincinnati area, there was a period of time that all of the white boys looked exactly the same. They dressed the same. Their hair was the same. They sounded the same. They smelled like the same Axe spray. I didn't know.
Pretty sure that was little white boys everywhere.
All I knew was
I'm pretty sure that was all of
that
them
choir.
here.
And the scent of Axe body spray was regional.
Yeah. And that choir I had to take because
where you at, depending on which Axe spray you got.
At the time,
I didn't popular at the time.
I didn't have any electives
so you go
on
to
my
someplace
schedule.
You get Apollo.
Yeah.
You go someplace.
And I had been in school for I had been
Phoenix,
like, I needed
elective
credits. Yeah, but I needed elective credits to graduate high school, and I didn't have any. And they were like, "Yeah, you got to take this choir class," and I'm like, "This is stupid. Like, I'm taking the academic class. Let me graduate." And they're like, "You got to take this." So I took it, and I didn't realize. And then when they were like, "Yeah, the one that was always trying to do the solos," and I was like, "Oh, the one that sounds like a booty hole singing." I still mean that. If you ever see this, I still mean that.
Singing.
Sounds like a booty hole singing. All right.
On that note, who's the next booty hole?
All right. All right. Come on, Taz. You said you got one queued up for us. Come on.
This is we're still going through the stop sending
the roulette.
These things.
We got a
Taz
roulette
roulette.
here. Okay.
We're going through the Taz roulette.
We're all on this ride together.
I don't know where this came from. It was a copy and paste. It says the out earner.
All right. The out earner. Okay.
So after 30 years of steady progress, I'm making pretty good money. Like, I recently readjusted my 401k. There's an editor's note in here. The equivalent of a pension in the UK. So I won't overpay it into this year, and change in time, and my take-home pay is more than my roommate pays in rent. My sort of low-end, ugly house in a poor neighborhood. That's your house. Both of my roommates and several friends are constantly struggling. I try to help by drastically undercharging on rent. They probably pay half of what the going rate is for rooms in my city. And being the one who buys takeout on movie nights, but they still struggle, then they need to go back home. I pretty much downplay my income and will downplay my available money by pointing out the college expenses I pay for my child and the cost of filling my old junker car with gas. I was hanging out with a friend recently, and he asked what I make. Okay. I was honest. He called me a jerk and said I was condescending to my friends by acting poor. He was actively angry that I'm faking being poor. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to save up so I have a warm place to go to the bathroom when I'm old. Hey, I don't blame him. I'm going to charge rent to live in my house. It seems wrong to have people live there rent-free. I just way undercharge. I have no desire to get a fancy new car or show off with a nicer house. I do spend money on travel, but that's rare due to my job needing me, and no one sees how nice I travel. Am I the asshole for acting poor? I don't think he's acting poor. They're renting from him.
Frugal.
Yeah, he's just living within his
but they're renting from him. He's taking them on movie nights and buying snacks, and he's obviously vacationing more than once a year. If he's saying when I vacation, if they think that he's actually poor, then they're stupid.
It sounds like he just lonely.
Why are you counting your friends'
he's
money?
Just mostly lonely. Sounds like
Stay
he's just mostly lonely.
Who cares?
Wants
He's
people
not
to hang out
asking
with.
you for money for expenses. He's not crying poor mouth. He's not asking you to pay for extra shit.
Yeah, he's undercharging, and he's paying. And he's
undercharging, and he's paying, and he's covering
for his child and
footing the bill for everybody else.
No,
and
he's paying for his child.
He's undercharging and footing the bill for everybody.
But I appreciate this person because he said he just wants to have a place warm to stay when he gets old. Meaning, he's not like, "Hey, kid of mine, I'm paying for college, so when I get old, you better come wipe my butt." Like, he's like, "I want to have money that if I need this place, I can go into this place."
Right. Said I need this money so that once
I think it's weirder that anybody who is living in your home, knowing that they are renting a room from you, is counting your pocket money. Like you should not care a single dime of what I'm doing with my dollars, as long as the house that you are contributing money to and the utilities that money goes to, they are paid on.
Yeah.
But the person who asked doesn't live with them, remember? The person who asked is mad, saying that
Mhm.
he's being an asshole to the people who do live there.
Which
Like,
is
I think it
even
would be more-
weirder. Why do you
Right,
care
because
at all?
Like, why do you
But
care
I think you're.
what's going
I
on
think
in
it would
his
be
house?
more of an asshole move to know people are renting from you and to walk around and go, "Yeah, I'm doing this." Because here's the thing: even
How
with
much more of a
undercharging,
dick would you look like if you had like this shitty ass house and then you pulled up in a fucking Range Rover on their money? Like that
well,
would
not
feel
only
weirder.
that,
Like,
there.
right?
If you do that, even though you're undercharging, these people aren't going to see it as you undercharging. They're going
Mhm.
to start complaining and telling
Yeah.
people that you're overcharging them. That you're
Yeah, look
taking
at
advantage
this
of them and
person with
these
all this
things.
disposable income, but they're still charging me $1,000 to live in their house. Bitch, yeah, I am.
It's like
And
he make
what?
all this money, but yeah, still I got
That's
to
why
pay
I
him
have
rent,
all
but
this
he got
money because I'm charging you $1,000 to live. Like again, like I just think it's weird to count anybody else's money.
And here's the thing: if
really
if
fucking
your
weird.
income, actually, I don't know. I'm weird about that because unless your income is, I'm completely dependent upon, like completely. I don't care what you make. That's your
Exactly.
business.
Yeah.
That is, I've never asked a friend.
It's
How
like
much do
I
they
also
make? Now-
like I don't know who traumatized you, but like if we go for coffee and I get your coffee, you don't have to Venmo me the $9.75. Like I got it.
Oh, I can't say. I had someone, I thought we were going to be friends, and they kept doing that. And they would ask me, like, they would calculate down to the penny on stuff. And I'm like, please stop. Especially when I lived in Kentucky, because there were certain places that I like before I moved, there were so many credits I was trying to run through and like give away to people. Cause I walk around a lot of places, and where the libraries were, there were a lot of things in between there where you could get like a membership club here, membership club there, and you get so many points. And I, for a long time, forgot about the points. So I would tell this person, like, hey, I'll just get this. Well, how much do I owe you? It didn't cost me anything. Or like one time I paid 50 cents. I promise you, nothing enraged me more than to get a 50-cent cash app. I wanted to punch her in the front of her.
No, I get, for sure. We're like people who, and like I love it and appreciate
I
it.
understand
And if
that.
she's watching this, she's gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. But it's the over thank you. Like and
So
again,
just
like
say thank you and that's fine.
She's gonna know. But so every night I get on Fortnite and I play Fortnite with my duo partner. We play just about every night, and every night before we get off, she says, "Thank you for playing." I got you on the game because I want. You don't have to thank me for play. I was gonna play anyway. I was gonna be here.
It's
You
like,
don't have to thank me every single night before we get off the headsets for playing. Like I love you so much, and it's like it's. You don't have to say thank you.
I know there's some people that are watching that are like, I know you didn't say that because you thanked me a minute. Yeah, okay. There is a threshold that yes, I will show extensive gratitude. I'm not saying that I, expect it,
absolutely.
But yeah, like there was one time, like I did not know how I was gonna get some stuff done. The stuff came to my door. Yes, I was over the moon because this was not like a cheap endeavor. And also, like before, when we were talking about like knowing a friend's money, because I know I got that one cousin that'll probably pop up in the comment section. Like there was one time I was looking for a job. All I did was ask the person, "Hey, is where you work hiring, and do they at least pay X amount?" This person had been with that company for a long time. I'm assuming that the base that I was asking for, they were well past, or maybe not. I don't know. I didn't care. I just know that I needed to make that amount on the hour to survive. That is the closest I'm gonna get to asking somebody what they make. Otherwise, I don't
give a damn.
It's
weird
like,
when you don't
on the way to my
somebody.
house. I don't feel like leaving. It's like, like I said, Angry and I used to hang out all the time. Before we even lived together, we would hang out all the time. It would not be uncommon for me to be like, will you pick me up a pack of cigarettes on your way? And he would bring a packet. Next time, I'll make sure that I'm the one who buys the beer.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
I'm not going to nickel and dime you for every time you come to my house. Like I'm not charging you for the coffee you drank in the fridge, like the soda you drank out of my fridge. What makes you think if we go eat lunch together, I'm going to be like, nah, it's going to be $13.74. You can just Venmo me that. Just pick up next time.
It was a normal thing for her when I'm on the way. Say, hey, pick up a pack of beer. Hey, Can you get
Hey,
me
I
some
only
cigarettes?
have 6
Hey,
beers left. If you want
can you
more
give me a
than
can?
3, you gotta stop
So
for
you
some.
gotta stop and bring some beer if you want to drink. The you know?
But also, I need people to get out of the mindset of as soon as you get money, you need to spend it to prove something to other people. Like you don't like. I am a firm believer of, and people can do whatever they want. But me personally, I'm not replacing something until it's like dead, till it falls apart. I'm not one of those. Ooh, there's a new TV that came out, but I got to go get. No, I'm not going to the
Right.
Black Friday sales every uh winter holiday season to go get a new TV. Like if the man's car is working, like isn't that the point? You get a car, you pay it off. You can still
Yeah.
have the working car and
Yeah.
not the bill.
Yeah,
Why
not
get to the
car
But
end
here's the
of a
payment
thing.
bill
is the
to
flex
go
you
get
think it
another
is.
bill?
Because I mean, here's the thing. I don't get anything new unless it's broke and I cannot fix it. If I
My
cannot fix it
husband has
anymore,
needed a new computer for
yeah.
work for like 18 months. It completely closed down and shut him out of a report he was working on the other day. And finally he was like, maybe I need to go look. And I was like, maybe you need to go buy.
Yeah, like I have,
Yeah,
we
because
know
I mean,
my
it's
saga with
that
my other
it's
MacBook.
instances like that.
How are you going to pay
No,
for it if you
no,
can't do the
Professor.
work
Okay,
on it?
first of all, Professor Moriarty, I am not a gadget hoarder. Every gadget that I have, I have it because I'm actively using it. Now, I do have the continued saga with my other MacBook, and it is because I did get it to a point where I can get into it and I can use the files. Problem is, it is clamshelling. For those of y'all that don't know what that means, I have to use a monitor and a Bluetooth keyboard because it will not do anything when I have it open. Because Apple's a bitch. So I'm still
yeah,
working
yeah.
on it.
Little
And
bit,
there
yeah,
is a
little bit.
fix
Samsung
for it.
phone. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, but I am frustrated, and I know my frustration will subside and I will be able to get it working properly. But I've had to like sit it to the side for a while because for a minute I was ready to chuck it across the floor, across the room, and that's not good. But no, I'm not a gadget hoarder. I get the gadgets that I need, and I use them until they die. And then sometimes when they're completely dead and I can't fix them anymore, sometimes I don't even replace that gadget because I've figured out a way to use a different gadget dually. So yeah, don't let
Yeah.
me,
I have
don't give
this
me
thing
enough
about if I
time.
haven't
No,
touched it or used it in 12 calendar months. So like if I buy a thing or I mean clothes are a big one too. I don't know if y'all do this. But in my closet, I hang every new item or like when I go through my closet to like get rid of stuff, I hang all the hangers backwards. So you have to like pull it down. And then once I've worn it, it goes in the regular way. And then by the time the next season rolls around, everything that's still on a backwards hanger, I get rid of. It means I haven't worn it in 12 months.
You know,
Yeah,
I do that.
I wish I could.
I
And
have
that's
to do
how I
that.
know what's what. Like instead
So
of
no,
being
I
like, did
have
I
to.
wear this? I don't know. It's been a while. Like, no, I didn't
No,
wear that motherfucker.
I literally I have to do that with a lot of adapters that I have because I got adapters, USB adapter for this, adapter for that, this kind of adapter, old adapters, serial adapters, fire
Duffel bag,
But I
fire
don't
adapter,
even
adapter.
know
every kind
what
of
they go
adapter that
to
it is. I
anymore.
have no clue what the
I
fuck they
got,
are.
first of
I had
all,
no
you know
clue.
what's bad when you start
So
getting
I have to.
bags for the adapter.
Right,
So
that's
it's
what I
like
was
I
saying.
have
Duffel
to. I
bag
have to
full.
go through all of just
I have
my
baskets.
cords and cables and adapter and all that shit. I have to throw all that shit out
Basket.
because before I started doing that, and where I got that from is actually from you, Jen. Is if I haven't used it in a year, it gotta go.
It has to go. Yeah.
See,
Like I
my
said, that's
thing
that's
is,
been one of my things for a while. Angry at like
And
all of my clothes in my
'cause I
closet are all color coordinated, right? They're by sections, by color. Everything goes in its place. And then when I do my 2 or 3 times a year, I clean out my closet. Like it just happens. I give away all my clothes, whatever. But everything that gets hung back up gets hung reversed. So
yeah. See,
at the
I
end
wish
of the
that I
year,
could do the
then
the
you know.
the
I know where
12-month
I'm
rule, but
at.
I have things that are specifically for 1 to 2 times a year on purpose because there are certain things that I'm gonna get it to go do.
Mhm.
And if I
Things too. Like I have a couple of
almost,
dresses that like, where am I wearing that? But like you
no,
gotta have them,
there
weddings,
were a couple
Yeah.
times
whatever.
where I was ready to give some stuff away, and I'm glad I caught myself. Because as I was about to box some stuff up, I was like, wait a minute. Why did I? Oh shit! Put this back. This is for such and such and such and such on the anniversary. Yeah, I got to put that back. But
Mhm.
I am very, very intentional on when I buy stuff. The only thing that I do have to, I kind of have to rein in, is my glasses. That is gotta
Mine
gotta
is
rein that
kitchen
in.
stuff,
Yeah.
actually. I
But at
love
this
a
point,
kitchen thing.
yeah, but at this point, there's no more colors that I could possibly get. There's no more shapes. There's no more nothing. Okay, I gotta stop.
Taz has
I
enough.
got it's yeah, it's
Oi,
you
oi,
do you know
oi.
how bad it is that somebody else purchased the jewelry for me to wear last week, right? I didn't have to get glasses because I already had glasses that matched the jewelry. That is a problem. That is a problem.
I guess
Oh
my
my god.
my big one is bags, but I will never pay full price for a bag. I love a TJ Maxx bag. I love a TJ
Uh,
Maxx purse.
They're always
all right.
priced just right too.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Moving on. Last one. We're gonna make
Oh,
this last
okay.
one. All right. I got it. Am I the asshole for telling my wife I won't have kids with her until we watch my nieces or nephews for at least a month?
A month. Why we gotta have crumbs?
But
Well,
somebody
she was.
else's kids. That is not an accurate representation. Not. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right.
Wait,
So
it
we're gonna
depends
see.
on how old them little crumb snatchers are.
Yeah. It
Okay.
also depends. Okay.
We're gonna see. Let's get on this ride and ride this roller coaster together. Recently,
I
my
don't. No,
wife
I'm
Jenna.
gonna stand out here with everybody's purses.
All right. Recently, my wife Jenna has been talking more and more about us starting a family, which is fine. I love kids, but they are a lot of work. Jenna is an only
Yeah.
child and the youngest of all of her cousins. As a result, before marrying me, she's never really been around babies, toddlers, or young kids for more than a few hours at a time. And those times, it was always someone else's kids, not kids that she was responsible directly for. I'm the
Oh,
opposite.
yeah.
I was the oldest kid and the oldest cousin, in some cases by a pretty large margin. So I was always the default caretaker for my siblings, cousins, and so on. When they started having kids, I was again the default babysitter for my nieces, nephews, and cousins' children. The oldest is now 12 and the youngest 6 months. My wife has been around when I've had them, of course, sometimes for a week or so. But every time something goes wrong or gets gross, she passes them along to me. She's very fun, great at entertaining kids, and loves them dearly. But I've seen her change a diaper maybe once in 5 years, and she panics at the sight of crying 3-year-old and foists them off on me as soon as big feelings start.
Yeah. They're not her kids.
Exactly. Now she's pushing so hard for kids. I told her I don't know if she's fully prepared for how different our lives will become with those kids in it. At least for the first few years of our life, will pretty much revolve around them 24/7. And while I know my family, her parents probably would be a lot of help. They can only do so much. This has been a source of contention because she's taking it as a personal insult instead of an honest concern. During one of our more heated discussions, she told me that she was perfectly capable of being a good mother, and I told her that if that's the case, then we should have some of my nieces or nephews for over at least a month and split the entire time 50-50, instead of her handing them off to me as soon as they got upset. And until we did something like that, I wasn't willing to have kids. Well, this turned into a massive fight, and she told me I'm a dick for accusing her of being unfit to parent. And I'm
Mm.
really struggling to repair it without just giving in. Because I don't think I'm wrong, but I also don't want my wife to be unhappy or hurt, certainly not because of me. Am I the asshole for telling my wife I wanted a trial run before we have actual kids?
How old are they again?
The oldest is 12, the youngest is 6 months.
No. The OP and his wife.
He doesn't say. Here, let me see if something in the comments.
I just don't understand how you equate how she behaves with somebody else's kids to how she would behave with her own kids, because that is it's
completely different.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Not necessarily. With her issue with not wanting to hear noise from the kids, and when big feelings occur,
yeah,
I think
that
y'all are missing.
one is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But she's the youngest all the way around. How much you want to bet when he was like, oh, she's only been around these like other kids for a certain period of time. She's never, it doesn't seem like she's ever babysat. She's never done anything.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody else has kind of coddled her. And there are people who assume that when they give birth, when they have these kids, that will happen. I have a family member that was like that. If we're at a gathering, I promise you, if you walked in, you wouldn't know that she had kids, because everybody, I don't do it, but everybody else will go and get them. If she's pushing the kids off, she's not bonding with them. It doesn't even seem like their nieces and, well, her niece, well, anybody's nieces and nephews are regularly spending the night. When they do come over, she's not even engaging a little bit. It seems like she wants kids either because she believes that's what she's supposed to do because she's a married woman, or they're accessories to her. And she watches everybody else like, oh, you take care of your nieces and nephews when they're with your grandparents. She's not really seeing the nitty gritty. So I get him saying, hey, let's keep them for this period of time so you can see the work that goes in. And let's face it, I'm gonna be truly honest right now. Before I was a parent, even with all the babysitting that I did, I, in my head, kind of glamorized and didn't realize everything that goes into it, because there are still people that think what they do as far as babysitting and watching people babysit, that's the totality of parenting.
Right.
See, I don't disagree with him that she is not ready to be a parent, but I think that judging her behavior based on the way she treats somebody else's kids is not the same. Because like I don't know, I started babysitting and like being around little kids like early. But like I can understand somebody like not wanting to deal with somebody else's kids' literal shit. Like if you don't have to do it, like there's this, there can also be like a mental block in your head where like if you don't have to do it, you aren't capable. Like I used to be like in my teens and early in my life, like really not good with throw up until I had my first kid. And like, I'll never forget, my daughter was sick one time and I had walked into her room and she was about to throw up and I was just, oh.
Yeah. But there's also that we also have to take into account that some people just don't have any maternal instinct, and it doesn't even take having your own kids to realize you don't have maternal instinct. Because if you're saying, hey, I want to take responsibility for your kids for this period of time, you take responsibility for this person's kids. Soon as anything is inconvenient, you push them off on the spouse. I want you to think of it this way, because we had one story a while ago where there was the husband that was like, hey, we're friends with blah 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 blah, and they want to do this for Mother's Day. I told them that we would watch the kids, and the wife is like, we never watch the kids. I watch these kids. You don't even watch our own kids. If the roles were reversed,
right,
this young lady, the fact that as soon as the kids start making noise, she passes them back off to him.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think he's wrong in assuming that she's not ready to be a parent.
Like
but I think that assuming that by the way she interacts with somebody else's kids could be a little bit of a hang up. And not for nothing, people will tell you all the time, like there's never a good time to have kids. You're never like ready truly to have kids and all that kind of stuff. But it sounds like she doesn't know how to manage other people's emotions at all.
Yeah.
That could be.
And I think that probably the thing is that the reason why they got into such heated argument about it is because he didn't like try to communicate that aspect of, this is my concerns.
And she's an only child, and she's always ever been told yes. So she thought, I'm gonna say that I want to have babies, and he's gonna say yes, and everything's gonna be fine. And the fact that he disagreed with her at all is making her mad. Like she also probably just thinks that that's, again, like Taz said before too, like that's just what you do. You grow up, you get married, you have babies.
Right.
Yeah, and
I can agree with that.
Probably more than likely, that's exactly what was going through her head.
She's the youngest. Yeah, and given that she's the youngest, she's never had to really look out for anybody else, be responsible for anybody else, any of those things. That is pretty huge. Like,
well, see,
it could be problematic. Yes,
and talk as being an only child. Yeah, you are literally in life.
It also sounds like maybe
yourself.
She doesn't have close friends, because if he's got nieces and nephews that are ranging from 12 years old, you said, to 6 months old, and so age range wise, and she's the youngest cousin, that means all of her cousins are older, and all of them would have had babies, which means she would also have friends that either would have started already having babies, or everybody would be like right about that age. So the fact that she has no experience with children, to me, sounds like she doesn't even manage friendships very well, because like who else in her life is she dealing with that should be having these kinds of conversations with her?
Yeah.
Like
who else is in your life that you're talking to about this? Because
like somebody to say like, are you sure you want to have kids? Because
like you've never been around kids. Like
I think that's he wants to try it out. Like, he doesn't want to jump right into it, because having kids is a big decision. And so I think it's cool that he even wants to like test it out. Like that he's even thinking about it that much. Like, that's pretty cool.
He said he's not saying no to her about it, but he's like, look, I have some concerns.
Yeah, I just think it's weird that she's never been around kids.
And it's like I said, I don't think it's that she hasn't been around kids. I think she's been coddled. And that's why she's infantilizing what it's like to be around kids and what it's like to have kids. She's been coddled so much that I think that when she is around these kids, she gets the cutesy moment, like, oh, we'll have her come
it's because like weekend dad.
Well, not even that. It's like, oh, we'll say we'll have her come when cousin Geraldine is gonna leave in 30 minutes. So Geraldine and her kids and her husband are there, and she gets take pictures, and they're so cute, and the kid is
at the pool
about to go
Easter egg hunt.
Or go take a nap, and they're leaving. It seems like everybody, and I think because she's the youngest, a lot of times they infantilize how people are doing things. And we also have to realize that some people view things very strangely, because I have a sister-in-law that in her mind, she thinks that like I got this overwhelming support, that everybody was just doing all these things for me. No. And she got this from what happened around the holidays, because I was one of the people that would always help to cook. So I had two relatives that would just watch the kids for a little bit while I was in the kitchen. It translated to her that when they started having kids, that all these people just come to her house and do all these things. And I'm like, girl, ain't anybody doing that for nobody.
Yeah, no help.
And there are people who think that once they pop out, there are people who think that once they pop out kids, that everybody else
there's an entourage that's going to come through and do all this shit for you.
Nope. All of a sudden, the second that the kid pops out, then all of a sudden the phone is going to start ringing off the hook. Say, hey, you need help? We need help. I'm bringing this. I'm here to help.
And that never happened.
Her being the youngest, I also wonder if she was a oops baby. Like if all of her siblings, maybe there's no closeness and she's not around nieces and nephews and cousins of her own because there's a huge age gap. Like, maybe that's also playing into it, where she, because
no. Well, wait, she's an only child.
I thought he said he was just the youngest out of her cousins and her siblings.
No, she's an only child, but the youngest of all the cousins.
But
she's the youngest child.
But she's
out of her
she's an only child, but she's the youngest of all of her cousins.
Yeah, she doesn't have siblings.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Like, is there a huge age gap where
and like that
maybe the cousin?
Like, I have my cousins on my dad's side. I have 2 biological cousins on my dad's side, and they're 10 years older than my brother and I. So like they would they would come to our house for Christmas or whatever, and they're like 16 and 17, and you figure they're trying to hang out with like a 7 and an 8-year-old.
Well, not only that, they may be older, and she's been around their kids. They're the same age.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was getting at. It's like if they, or like my cousin Taylor, Marion Taylor and James and JJ, their oldest sister, like Marion Taylor's first nephew is older than they are. Their nephew is older than them.
Oh, okay.
Because their sister is that much older than they are.
Yeah. Annabelle, I'm gonna everybody deserves a village, but I'm gonna give some pushback on this, and this is why. Everybody needs to think about and make a conscious decision before having children. Because, and I say this because some people have a village and they're very appreciative of the village, and they realize that the village is voluntary. Other people look at the village as that's who's supposed to raise the kids, and then they take all the credit for it, because we see this conversation pop up on social media ever so often. Grandparents aren't the way they used to be, and yeah, because grandparents already raised their kids and they can go off and have a life. They're not supposed to just sit around and raise you while your parents go have fun and while you have fun and all this other stuff. So no, and the village is only as solid as the parents are, because there are some people who are not nice people, and I'm not going to stick around you because you had kids. F them kids. Right. I'm sorry to say that,
but part of that is people assume that the family village, like the built-in biological family village, is just going to show up. And while I think that's a great expectation, and for a lot of people it is true, there's so many pieces that play into that. And like, my village was very slowly and carefully constructed and does not include a lot of family, just because I'm not local to those people. So while it would be great, and I am really envious of like some friends of mine who live in Sumter, and like there are in-laws and brothers and sisters, and you know, their dad still lives there, and their mom still lives there, and their brother, sister's mother's uncle still lives there, and everybody's always willing to be like, yeah, I'll leave work and go and pick up a kid. Yeah, I'll take the kids to the pool so that you can get something done. Like,
yeah, but there's also the flip side. We can't keep getting online talking about how we went no contact, low contact with these people. This mofo wasn't great. I wasn't raised right. My parents let me climb up a burning building, and then turn around and be like, I want them around my kids. No, like sometimes
right. But like, I also am fully aware of like, I also, there are members of my family who like, I got married, and when I got married, I sent out all of the invitations, yada, yada, yada. People had to travel to come to my wedding. And I was very clear with my mother that while she resided with my aunt and a good number of the children that are my cousins, that everybody was welcome to come to my wedding, but not everybody was welcome to sleep in my home.
Right. That's a big
difference. If that means you're not going to come to my wedding, that's fine too. But you are not welcome to sleep in my home.
Yeah, because
and that's fair.
Yeah, because there are some people that
that's my family. That's kin. That's blood. I know you. Save your life and your bullshit for the people in your life who don't know you any better. We come from the same blood.
Yeah, just like there's a young lady.
He said, "But you know,
there's a young
that's
lady
exactly
right
why
now.
You're not staying here. It's because I know you."
Yeah, just like there's a young lady right now that is with child. Child is not related to me or anybody I know in any sense. She does have other children that are related to me. And did I help her out with the other children? Yeah, because it was my prerogative, and then I was closer, and I had the time, and I was willing to do it. Yeah, if you catch me on the right day, I might help you. You don't, you're on your own. But she decided to take to Facebook and act like I was about to help with this stranger danger kid. Girl, I don't know this kid. That is a stranger. I don't know that kid, their parents.
Yeah, the familial bond does not extend to the non-familial child.
I was like, And first of all, you're not shipping that kid up here. Now I'll take the one kid that you got that's related to me. The other two, I don't know how much I like them at this point. The older they get, the more I want to throat punch them. But they cute though. But the one, she can come anytime. Okay. The plus,
like those "Am I the Asshole" Reddit stories where it's like some mom being like, "Oh, I tried to take my kid to the amusement park, and dad wanted to know if I would take his other child."
Huh?
No.
Like, what?
No, I'm not taking my kid's half sibling that you popped out with your affair partner to the Six Flags.
right.
Get bent.
Like I tell people all the time, I have a very interesting family. Now
my ex took my child to Disney World. I wasn't like, y'all gotta take my son too. Like,
yeah, but like I have a niece that I say I have a niece because she chose to be my niece. That's what it is. In a roundabout way, we have a relative in common. We are not related. She does not like the person that she's actually related to.
And Matilda and Arnold's kids. Okay, and Angry can attest to this. Matilda and Arnold's kids call me their favorite aunt, and I'm not related to any of them.
But at a very awkward family event, she walked up to me and decided, I was her auntie. Okay, cool. Like I will rock with her. But I have had to correct this same family member multiple times because I'm like, you're confusing people. Because she'll say to my kids, well, your uncle, that's not their uncle. Well, that's my brother. Yeah, that's the uncle to your children. You're not married to me. My kids ain't got no relation to that person. Okay. Well, we're gonna go visit. You go right ahead. Because when my kids were minors, if I let my kids spend the night at your house and y'all cross a border, you're gonna cross a mortal plane. Let me be very clear. Did all of that? No. She was like, but we're all one big family. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Like I said, Arnold and Matilda have had 3 children.
Like, yeah, because
like those 3 children call me their favorite aunt. And Arnold has
3 sisters.
Yeah, he has 3 sisters.
He has 5 siblings. 3 of them there's 6 altogether. 3 girls, 3 boys.
They're all married, and I'm the favorite aunt.
Annabelle, you good? Because I don't give a damn if they give me money or not. They're not going.
No, I'm taking my one family member, other crotch goblin.
Her nieces and nephews from her brother's side. No. She tried to get me to take them someplace that I was taking everybody up. Girl, I'm not taking you or your. Look, there's one kid of yours that I like. I'm not taking them.
I'm not even taking them.
There's one that I like, and I'm not even taking them.
No, and people kill me with those are your kids' siblings, and kids don't understand, and then you better explain it to them.
Yeah, they'll learn.
I feel like it's the parent who is responsible for them being related. It's their responsibility to make sure they hang out together.
Those are the same kids, though, that like expect to open a present at everybody's birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Facts. Yeah.
And blow out.
You know what I mean? Like my kid, don't get me wrong. Has my kid been upset on many a time because her brother and sister that live in the north with her trash bag of a father? Well, they don't. That's a long story. We could get into that some other time. But they have been on many a vacation, skiing. They go to Boston a lot, lots of things. My kid has never been angry that she was not included. Why? Because she lives here with me.
Right.
Yeah,
she doesn't expect to go on a family vacation with a family that she does not see regularly. Nor would she ever think, oh, Mom, we should invite my other brother and sister when we go to Disney World. Because what?
And here's the thing, when people say, what? Oh, well, these kids are related, and if one gets something, if your child has cousins, every time the cousins get something, do you go out and buy something? No, because I've sat around and like, especially at my grandmother's house, where one of my aunts and uncles would come to pick up one of my cousins or whatever and bring them something. I didn't care. And actually, I loved having a bunch of cousins because people would be distracted by whatever they had going on over there. and whatever they got. And wasn't nobody paying attention to the little things that I liked and what I had going on over here. Baby, listen, I loved it. I never felt some type of way about people getting things. And my birthday, that whole week is chock full of different family members doing different stuff. One, I tell you, I loved being the one that could fly under the radar. Cool. The only time I was like, oh, universe, this is bad timing, is when my grandfather almost died on my birthday. And I'm an asshole because I walked into the hospital room and was like, I tapped him on the shoulder, sir, you can die tomorrow. But if you die today, just realize, I'm going to die with you. They're going to forget that you dead because I'm younger and I'm going to die with you right here. And I'm going to write a note saying it was distress because of you. They're going to forget to bury you. He laughed. He thought that I was joking. I was so dead serious.
People like to say that kids don't understand, and they use that as a reason to not explain things to them. Like, they're not dumb. They're going to learn it at some point. Like my kid, my one promise to myself, and again, Angry knows me for years, so he can attest to this, was that I would never speak ill about her trash bag of a father to her. I just would never do it. Because she would learn on her own at some point in time what kind of a person he was. If he called, I always answered. If he texted, I always answered, and I always have. But he proved himself exactly who he was.
Enough times. He's disappointed her enough times.
I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to do anything. He did all of that on his own.
Right. Yeah, that's what happened with my son's father. The same. Yep. I didn't have to speak ill of him. It just, the truth came out in time.
The trash finds a way to take itself out. It truly does.
Yeah, kids understand because they understand enough to manipulate you.
Yes,
because they also kids retain information. Kids are sponges, and if you speak to a child normally and in a language that they would, you can't use like the regular terms with it. They don't know what custody means. They don't know what, step sibling, half sibling. They don't know any of that bullshit. What they understand is mommy and daddy have different sets of families.
So we don't get along.
And your siblings over there live in that house. And these ones over here live in this house. Like if you just explain things they live in logically, right. And if you just explain things to them in using words that their level understands, they're just fine. They get it. And as long as they're normal, not, ridiculous, they get it. And if they're having a fit, it's because you haven't explained things properly in a language they can understand.
Or just not explained it at all.
Yeah.
Be prepared for follow-up questions. So
exactly.
There's that.
But some of y'all need these things explained to y'all. So
some people use children as a weapon.
And that's another episode on that one too.
Yeah, we could that'd be a long one.
That's what she said.
Oh. What? Okay.
In the farmhouse.
Hey. She said it's a long one.
Been a hot minute since I got you on one of those.
Nope. I need to. I'm trying to behave.
Oh my God. Andrea, I forgot to tell you. Part of what spurred the whole Miss Katie Bettness coming to my birthday thing is she was playing, and I might be able to tell the rest of the story really quick. If not, we'll save it for next week. But she was playing Cards Against Humanity. And there was a 16-year-old black kid at the table who threw down the 3/5 compromise and also didn't know what it was.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Oh, shit. All right, for context. All right. Katie.
I have a really, 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 really white friend named Katie.
Very, very white. whiter than you, twin.
White.
Okay.
White.
So she's white. Now, first time that we ever met was actually hanging out at Katie's house, which she lived next door to Jen at the time. So, my first time ever meeting her, we're playing Cards Against Humanity, and there's a card that came out about the Three-Fifths Compromise. And she was like, what do we do if you don't know what one card means? So Jen was like, well, you claim ignorance, we make fun of you, you pick a new card, we move on. So she threw down that I don't know what the Three-Fifths Compromise is.
Now, wait. Rewind, though. Let's remember, we're sitting in Katie's garage.
We're sitting in her garage.
Everybody's drinking, drunk, natural lights all over the place.
Because we broke.
She
all right?
said,
we broke. Don't judge. All right.
What's the Three-Fifths Compromise? And Gilbert, he's never met her before this day.
I'd never met. I was in a mood. I'd been drinking and I'd been in a mood. Okay. When I drink is different than when I'm high. For context.
Y'all, if y'all didn't know Angry before, the sassy, I have to find the video of you and Katie serenading each other. Anyway, that's for another time.
I don't know that. Anyways, so been drinking. I'm in a mood, and so I don't know why I get a wild hair at my ass, and then I said, "Oh, leave it to the white girl to not know what the Three-Fifths Compromise is."
So we tell her, right? So we're like, Katie, that's when black person was considered 3/5 of a person to vote, and okay. So we move on.
Move on. Been drinking, few more, few more hands and whatnot, and so still a few more drinking. And Katie leans into me, and again, very, very drunk. She's been slurring her words, so she's very, very drunk. And she looks at me and she says, "Yo, I don't think you're 3/5 of a person. I think you're 1/5 of a 1/5 of a person." I was like,
"Oh
what?"
my gosh.
So now I'm dying. I'm losing my mind at the other side of the table.
So when Katie says that, Jen all of a sudden she's like, "What?" She's dying.
You realize you just called him 1/25th of a person? So that's been our running joke for 15 years now.
It's been the running joke forever. I'm a 1/5 of a 1/5.
Angry's a 1/5 of a 1/5 of a person. A 1/5 of a 1/5. He's 1/25th human.
1/25th of a person. And Jen was like,
"Yes, infernal. So do you not realize 1/5 of a 1/5. She said, "I don't know if it matters at all.
But I don't think.
But I just want to tell you, I don't think you're 3/5 of a person. I think you're a 1/5 of a 1/5 of a person."
Jen is dying. She's dying laughing the whole time. And she goes, "Kate, you realize what you just said?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "No, you don't. You just called him 1/25th of a person." I think you meant to say that he's 5/5, meaning a whole person.
Oh.
And
how to rage bait a man? Call him a 5/5 of a 5th.
And what makes it even worse, that wasn't the most offensive thing she said that night.
Oh, wait, there's
more? Are you talking about the...
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't even know if I can say this.
I don't know if we could say while live, but... So
she has.
We're gonna try. We'll try.
I'm gonna do it really fast. So she has this fascination with history. It's a whole thing. Like history facts, the girl's got them. She went to school though in like Japan and Thailand, so her regular American history knowledge is not great. Anyway, she really loves and researched a lot. She knows a lot about Auschwitz. Okay. So I pull the card. I don't know if you've ever played Cards Against Humanity. For those of you playing the at-home game, if you have not, what happens is you put a card down, you read it out loud. Everybody around the group puts a card down they think goes with it. Anyway, I get the card, lay it down. It says, the Smithsonian has now given a 3D interactive exhibit on blank. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We go around. I get all the cards. I can't even remember what I picked. And then she says, I didn't want to put this down because it would be offensive. And I'm going to get rid of the card. She said, but wouldn't it be cool? Because it wouldn't be Auschwitz. It would be Wowschwitz.
And that was the most offensive thing she said that night. And that's how we're going to end the show. So this has been the Porch of No Judgement. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. Maybe, hopefully, if we're not canceled. But we're going to see. So we're gonna hurry up and get out of here. YouTube, don't demonetize us, please. YouTube. Don't. All right, we're sorry.
We're fine. We're sorry. We didn't mean it.
We're sorry. We're sorry. We'll see y'all next week.
I was kidnapped.
She was kidnapped. We had snacks.
I just woke up here. I don't know.
I just
looked up and I was sitting in here.
Infernal. It's gonna happen. You're gonna hear yourself saying it, and it's good. Yeah, I do not apologize though.
So, yeah, and again, like I said, that's been a running joke now for going on
a really long time.
For quite some time. Yeah.
So to anybody who feels like a fifth of a person, we'll see you next week.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.